Oh, I don't know what's happened. I think somehow I've upset Del. Not sure how, so we'll roll the intro and we'll find out, shall we? Press play. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Sarcastic Barman and welcome to my channel. So the other day, this be Thursday, I had a chat with Del on his channel and I was quite happy with it. I was a bit drunk going in, didn't care. I thought it was a bit of fun. I put my hands up when I didn't know things, like this.
So, what's your understanding of the geometry of optics then?
Very bad.
Very bad, but...
I'll be fully honest, I'm not a sciencey person, I'm a drinky, have a bit of a laugh person. I was quite happy to come here, just have a chat and things like that. Right. So yeah,
so that's...
I'm not going to kid myself and say I know everything, because I don't. Yep, I'm a drinky, let's have fun type of person. Because really, why the hell not? Life's too short to get grumpy and care about these things like the shape of the earth, in the way that some people seem to get grumpy and care about the shape of the earth. Also, you may have noticed people trying to come into that meet with us. And I'll be fair, I didn't have the video open, so I wasn't sure why people were coming in. And I thought I fucked up, as you'll see now.
Are you passing the link to other people here?
Oh shit, I don't think I did. Oh, yeah, I think I've fucked up. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 1 second, I'll fix that. I meant to share the show link, and I have. I'm really, really, really sorry. I'll delete that now. I put a tweet out for the show, and I put the wrong link. I'm really sorry, Dad. 1 sec. I've deleted that. Right, I'll get the right link this time. I'm really sorry. Keep going. I'll do this in the background.
Right.
So, having a check back at my tweet history and what I copied and my pasted copyboard and stuff like that, turns out I didn't even copy the Meets link. People are joining the Meets, Del, because you've got the Meets link on the screen. So I take back that apology. I didn't fuck up, you fucked up. So, oh well, shit happens, not the end of the world. But let's keep going on with, does Del answer any questions in this? I know it's questions for me, but that's not really a discussion, is it? That's an interview. So which one did you want, Del? Discussion or an interview? Let's have a look. You go up, you see further.
Yeah.
What would lead you as a basic understanding of everything? What would be your basic understanding of that?
Well, it's no about you asking me the questions here. You're saying for you.
So it's not about me asking questions because that would make it a discussion. Let's just keep it as an interview then, shall we? Oh, silly me for thinking a discussion had a back and forth with questions for each other. Ah, how daft of me. Now it seems Del has obviously got a bit grumpy at this and gone a bit on an insulty rant after we briefly mentioned him in the show. Here's the show clips all put together. The entire mention of Del from a 2 hour and 14 minute long video.
No, I had a meeting with Del on his channel today, and I tried to bring maps up with him in his denial of everything, because it's literally what denial. But when I mentioned, asked about maps and flight distance and things like that, he's like, well, they're just projections. That doesn't solve the point of, are the maps accurate? Do we know the distance between these spots? What will that actually create? But at least he believes Australia's real, though.
Yeah. That's one thing. Okay, Australia. That's one thing I'll never understand. How does anybody south of the equator do flat Earth when you have a different sky at night?
You don't know what the luminaries are, and optics, and your eyes are optics, so you don't know what you're actually seeing, and they're just moving because there's optics. If I did it 4 times a day.
Dude, it's very simple. Your eyes are curved, so everything you see is curved.
That's the one.
Oh, wow.
Except for all those straight lines.
Actually, it's 25 past 12.
That's definitely beer o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock was 12 and a half hours ago.
And yet you're still going.
I had a little break in the afternoon for dinner and things like that. Did the bit with Del, and had a bit of a chill out, and it's like, yeah, right, back to it now.
Yeah, well, anybody that does anything with Del, yeah, you gotta need a drink after that.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Half doing in.
That's amazingly stupid shit right there.
But it's just the denial of everything, and just like, and going through, fair play, answered some questions and things like that, but it was like, hey, it's supposed to be asking you the questions. It's like, well, yeah, no, but go on, you can answer. Well, no, I don't see that, I don't know that. When asked why do things fall down, he tried to avoid the answer, but he's like, well, maybe the whole world is coming up. Okay, why isn't it all coming up the same way? And he thinks that was the only bit that he got grumpy on, because he felt like I was trying to have a gotcha moment. No, it's just like, it's an honest question.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good old universal acceleration.
Yeah, but you scared him as soon as you said honest. They were like, I hate that word.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I think I was quite honest, because I said, well, I don't know science that well, I'm drunk. And if I don't know something, I'll put my hand up and say, no, but somebody else.
Well, if you don't, how the fuck are you ever going to learn anything, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I have sped that up there just so we don't have to sit about for 3 whole minutes. 3 minutes in a 2-hour show of talking about someone. Whew. No wonder they're so triggered. We obviously didn't talk about them enough. Now, let's just weigh up what I said in there. Dell denies maps and things that work because reasons. Let's have a look at the discussion, shall we? Maps, then, is one I was going to ask you if possible.
Aye.
Do you feel like maps are accurate and flight times are accurate and things like that?
Well, no map can ever be, pure accurate. It's always a
lot of the time a visual measurement rather than
a calculation.
physical.
You can't physically map every fjord in fucking Norway.
Now, while older mapping techniques might not have been the most accurate, we do today have satellite mapping, so we can get quite accurate or very accurate maps of our surroundings. But rather than just looking at the small scale of maps and going, oh yeah, that one's not accurate because this is actually 2 foot rather than 1 foot, look at more of the larger scale of things when it comes to distances. How far am I from Australia, for example? How far is Australia from South America? How far is South America from South Africa? And then back round to Australia. Well, they will make a distance, a nice large distance, which, considering you might think the Earth might, you don't want to put words into Dell's mouth, but considering you think the Earth isn't round, doesn't really work with the distances. And to say, well, the distances are wrong, I would say you need to prove it. You need to prove that the flight times are wrong, that the amount of time it takes people to get there is wrong, even on other forms of transport. You need to go through all these details and prove them all wrong. Prove that all the engineers who gave out the horsepower availability of their engines and how fast they're going to move something are all lying. Yeah, I don't think you're going to do that, are you? Well, but then doesn't that also come down to your bias against NASA? Because otherwise we could just say we have a space station.
Don't misrepresent me. Don't misrepresent me because I'm not saying I've got a bias against NASA. My bias is for reality, my practical lived life.
No, I don't think I'm misrepresenting you at all to say that you do have a bias against NASA. Because in your own words, you don't see that in reality, so therefore it can't be real. That's just denying it, really, isn't it? I don't like what NASA shows me because it interferes with what I believe and the faith I have in something, therefore it can't be real. That is literally what you have just said. How is that taking anything out of context? It's just arguments from personal incredulity and arguments from common sense and that sort of rubbish. No, it's not what I see, so not real. Let's just say we have a space station. Why have we not got a space station? Oh, well, we do have a space station. Why can you not use proof from an external source like NASA, SpaceX, or any other space agency, private or public run, for evidence?
These space agencies depict the Earth contrary to my direct experience, my direct practical applications. Again, Euclidean geometry doesn't apply to a curved surface. Standing bodies of water do not bend, do not display, any sort of topography upon the surface.
Yeah, that's just denial. Exactly what I said on the show. How funny.
Again,
yeah, but that's why he put the string in front of the lens to use that as a reference point.
But the rope's going to be distorted by the lens.
But then shouldn't the rope in front of the lens be distorted as much as the horizon in the back?
What do you mean? Well, no, if the rope's closer.
So why does that distort less on the lens? How does the lens know to distort that less?
At the end of the day, we're talking again here about the geometry of optics. So when we're talking about visible phenomena, we're in a different reality. I'm talking about three-dimensional reality.
Hang on, is that related to another comment I made on the show, that just denying anything via the use of the words optics and just basic misunderstanding is okay? Because that's what you've just done there again. This was in regards to Mage 2. Mr. Sensel's balloon went up. 3 cameras, 1 pointing at the balloon, 1 wide angle to get a lovely shot, and 1 lens with minimal barrel distortion, with a reference of string, 2 pieces of string to be exact, in front of the lens. Now, if you're not going to give an answer to just because it's closer, it's going to distort more, well, why? That's just denying once again, Del. That's all you're doing at this point is denying. And the fact you're getting grumpy for being called out for denying just shows how little faith you obviously have in your model, or lack thereof model, or lack thereof of any sort of understanding. Now, to make clear the sort of person that Del is, he did do a video replying to our 3 minutes worth of showtime, and of this 20-minute video, about 7 minutes was dedicated to us. But I think this is the best line from all of it.
So it went on to talk about how I denied everything and all this stuff. Now, what people need to remember, this character, you know, actively, you know, admitted that it knew nothing pretty much about its belief system.
Yep, I'm quite happy to admit when I don't know something. But Del, as we've just seen, you did deny everything. Anything raised was brushed off as optics or no sort of understanding, or it's not what I see on a daily basis. And it just shows how grumpy you've got that you've had to make this video because you've been called out for doing exactly what you were doing. But it gets worse.
And that type of behaviour in the real world, you would never behave like that, Dan or any of these other people. So I think that they feel because there's safety in the distance between us that they think they can get away with this stuff. Well, that's all very well, you know, but one day, just one day, maybe I might bump into you. You know, and this isn't, it's no tinterwebs and this delusion that you have of, you know, some other world. You're still here in the real world. You're still going to have to deal with real behaviour, real men, real people. So I can guarantee you, son, and the same as the rest of your wee crew, that you're never going to behave like that in front of me. Again, yesterday we seen how petrified you were, how pathetically weak you were. Right? You didn't even have the gall to say what you had to say to your other cronies in front of me, which again is a reflection of how weak you are and how weak your whole cult and the cult disciples actually are. You're a shambles. And again, a laughable shambles because you think your own line. You better hope you never meet me in reality. Same for the rest of them.
Now, I'm sorry if you didn't realise that you basically denying everything from NASA because it doesn't fit with your religious belief is still fucking denial. I'm not sure how much easier it could be explained to you. Now, we were nice and polite in the video and pointed out it's your bias about NASA and about maps and everything like that. But you didn't seem to have a problem with it then. You just seemed to have a problem with it when in a fucking 2-hour video we spend 3 minutes talking about you. And not even the full 3 minutes, really. It's just passing comments and then jokey bits. You're acting like a petulant child. You really are. And yes, we had some fun with you last night on the shills and just had a laugh at the video. And your slightly veiled attempt at a threat. I mean, really? That's the route you've got to go down at this point. Oh, you wouldn't talk to me like that in real life. We didn't really talk to you at all. I mean, the hell is wrong with you? You are acting like a child. Grow up and realise that what you perceive and what you understand is not the basis for all scientific understanding in the world. I don't know how much simpler we have to make things for you, really. It's just going to be one of these, no, it's not what I see. Doesn't mean it's not what other people see, and doesn't mean there isn't a space station. Doesn't mean there isn't astronauts in space. You, in that, claimed no sort of evidence to show that there wasn't. It was just it's not what I see. That's denial. It's as simple as that. Now, the chat when we had it was nice. There was the bits at the start where you didn't want me to really ask questions, and then you relaxed as it went on, and there was a nice back and forth. So why did you throw your toys out the pram at the end of last night, the night before, and just go down this goddamn tangent of craziness? Are you that starved for attention because no one else has obviously answered your comments or anything like that, no, come and chat on my channel. You're going to act like this afterwards? No one's going to. Grow up. Jeez, I think that'll do for Delness for the foreseeable future, because just no. You're too pathetic to care about at this point. Now, thank you very much, my members, Patreons, everyone who makes these videos possible, and we shall see you all on the next set of Leserables on Thursday night, pub chat every Thursday, and all the other shill stuff, and don't forget poker as well on a Sunday. Thank you very much. Good night.
I'm a fly with the blood.